Buff Nation.
Let's go.
Brick Squad.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Nailed it.
Welcome into the DNVR Pregame Show for Week 5 versus BYU. We are presented by Coors Light and Game Time. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Remember to celebrate responsibly. And get your tickets on the Game Time app with the code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Gentlemen, hello.
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 Brady Kopetz joining the
AKA
show.
Brick.
Yeah,
Brick.
Brickati who? He came in with the Brick Squad like a vet.
That's crazy. It went really hard, to be honest.
Pause.
Lord, here we go.
Brick, as a podcast, I feel like we've been underachieving, and we just need someone to kind of like kick us into gear. And I don't know if you're the guy, but I just feel like you might be the guy to kind of like get us going a little bit.
I've always been kind of that laid-back character in the back of the room, so I don't know if that's me, but actually, if I could say one thing, I would say, you guys do a great job covering us and really caring about all the players and making everyone feel special. So I really do appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
With that. Because my mom watches this, and she loves it.
Yes.
She loves it. And every time you've talked about me, she sends me a text. So it really means a lot. Yeah.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Of course.
I met your mom in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
And she told us that she watched the show and she appreciated me tweeting out your epic first speech that you gave. Now that's just a weekly occurrence.
I guess so. Yeah, I know.
What's it like giving the speech to the team before the game like that?
It's cool. As long as the guys still enjoy hearing me speak, I don't mind it at all. I really like, being fired up myself, but also getting other people to that level with me. And any way I can do that, I like taking advantage of that. So I love it,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everybody out there, Brick, has been looking for this breakout game from the tight ends, if you will. And one of the things I point out to him is that from a football perspective, you guys have had a breakout game. Like when you look at the blocks that you guys have executed, creating some run gaps for the running backs out there, the way you've been protecting the QB, being an extension of the offensive line. Talk about, that part of playing tight end for Colorado.
We kind of found a new identity this year, and running the ball has definitely been a part of that. And so as the tight end, you kind of are that final piece on a lot of those runs that you either cut off that backside end or your front side on the run, and you really got to get it started. So, I've definitely taken a lot of coaching over the years, and the run game is the most important part of the game as a tight end, in my opinion. You're not out there to be a receiver all the time, although it's great to be a receiving threat, and I like to say we do a great job at that. But you're also out there to be physical and be a presence, not only in the run game but in the pass game. When you're getting uncovered, be physical. That is the main thing on the tight end description is you're going to get your hands dirty, and you're going to have a lot of fun doing it because it is a physical game if you like physicality like myself.
I love physicality, too. Your position coach, Dr. Brett Bartolone, Ph.D. in attacking.
That's right.
He wants y'all to put your toes on top of the other guy's toes and really take it to him.
Yeah, he wants us to embrace that mean mentality that comes with being a tight end. You aren't always the biggest guy on the line of scrimmage. You aren't always, the strongest guy, but you got to present yourself like you are going to get pushback and you are going to open up holes and make differences in that run game. So I love it. I love being a tight end.
Brett Bartolone is a friend of the program here on this show. Give us a good Brett story.
Oh, he's super smart, and he loves analyzing football. But something that I like about Brett, outside of football a little bit, is he likes to make analogies. And
he's a Mike Leach disciple.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if he ever has talked to you guys about this analogy, but he talked about bamboo and how bamboo grows. And he said you water it every single day for years before you even see a sprout. But once you see that sprout and you start picking up momentum, it grows feet per day. Like, it is ridiculous. Yeah. And I thought that was always really interesting. He said that for the first time, I think, my junior year. So I always really liked that. And, he has lot of other great analogies like that. He has one with the redwoods, and he's a great guy, and he's a West Coast guy too. So we kind of have that connection a little bit.
I feel like that's maybe applies to you, the bamboo analogy, because a lot of people were talking about you this fall camp and the strides that you took going into this season. Like, talk a little bit about your journey to where you are now.
I mean, my journey is not like a lot of people on Colorado, I would say, at least. I came to Colorado because I wanted to come to the school of Colorado. I loved Boulder when I was in high school, and I wasn't really getting recruited for football until my junior and senior year. So when Colorado reached out and said I could walk on, I fell in love with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go there and prove to myself something, that earn a scholarship to play at this level, because I knew I could play at this level. And I'm still working on that. But, I loved Colorado. And when I got here, I really enjoyed being a part of that team. Even though we weren't successful, I made some of my best friends on that team. And the tight end position on that team was very valuable in a guy like Brady Russell. And so I learned from a really great tight end my first year what it takes to really compete and make it to the NFL. And so I knew you have to buy in to being a tight end. And that is just being intense in all aspects of your life and finding a way to have fun on that football field. Because Brady always did a fantastic job having fun out there, whether that was talking trash or looking ridiculous, which he did a lot. But, it was something to have fun out there, because at the end of the day, it is, a game that I fell in love with this game when I was 9 years old. And so being able to play at this level and have fun while you're doing it, I mean, it feels like I got the best deal in the world. So
love it.
You got a special bond with the OBs too. I mean, we talked to Ben last offseason about that and got his perspective. But from your perspective, what's it like when you have a coach like Coach Prime who kind of embraces those guys who have been here and been through a lot in their time at Colorado?
I mean, I think he appreciates it because he knows that we went through everything when he first got there, and it was really a intense environment, and we were pretty much reshaping our entire team and trying to find a new identity. And, he has done a fantastic job with that, because this is definitely not the same team as we had my first year here. But I really do appreciate the fact that he highlights the fact that we stayed true, because there were times where it was really hard. I had my roommate, he transferred my freshman year, and it was really hard having to say goodbye. And there's a lot of people I could name that it was really hard to say goodbye. But I was always happy with my decision, because I knew I loved Boulder, and I knew I loved learning. Like, there's no better place to learn if you want NFL experience, because we have, over 150 years of NFL experience. And then, let alone that, we also have 3 gold jackets and a plethora of others that will come by randomly. And just take a minute or two to talk to them for a second, and you can learn something that might change your life forever.
Brick, I got to ask you this, man. You have become a master of the dramatic pause. Whether it's taking off your helmet, shaking the hair before you speak, or pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
Talk about because you got Deion Sanders, right, and you got Coach Prime. Sure. Talk about the difference between Brick and Brady.
It comes from my love of football. Like, I really love football. Even on the weekends, I'm watching. Most people, they're around when they're playing football. They're around football so much, watching film so much. I love football so much. I watch football on the weekends. I watch the NFL, college. Sometimes I tune into my high school's live stream. I love football. But I guess what it is I kind of get in modes where it's like, it feels like back in the day when I was in youth football, and it was just fun, and it was so intense for me because of how deep my love ran for the game. And I still feel that today, even when we're just like fall camp. Fall camp is yes, it's rough, but for me, for someone who really loves football, it proves to you how much you love football, and you get a deeper appreciation for football because you wouldn't go through that if you didn't
love it.
Yeah, and I love it.
When I talked to your mom, I said, I know a future coach when I see one. Now, I hope you have a long football career, but is that something that you envision in your future?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to coach at any level. Like, I always joke with the other tight ends that I'm smarter than all of them, but I really do like dissecting the game and taking the time to really understand different parts of the game, and even if that's not my position, because I've played a lot over the years. But I like leading, and I could say that, and I could maybe see myself being a coach one day, but right now I'm focused on maybe playing at the next level or going into finance and real estate. We'll see. But
WWE is out there too because you got a good ring presence. Brick, I know you got to get to your meetings, man, and your meal. Got to check in and everything.
Yeah.
The door's always open on the DNVR Pregame Show.
Appreciate that.
Like I told you at lunch today.
Yeah.
The door's open on the post-game show, but I would never do you like that.
I don't know.
Because I know we were going to
don't
go home
wanna
at
be
midnight.
there.
So
Not
sure.
at an 8:15 game.
I'm sure. Well, thank you
Appreciate
guys.
you, bro.
Yeah, no,
Get in there,
thank
man.
you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Always
I know
brother.
my mom is going to watch this. I love you,
Well, she's
Mom.
watching your back right now.
All right.
Appreciate you, Brady.
There he is. Brick Squad.
Let's go. Thanks, Brick.
What a legend.
Awesome, man. We're going to have a couple more guests coming through.
Yeah. I predict when all his playing days are done, this level and the next, that Brick will be the first intercontinental champion from Colorado University.
Let's go.
University of Colorado.
Yeah, University of Colorado.
University of Colorado, all that.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, is he?
What about Jay Field? See if Jay Field.
Well, let's take a break real quick first then.
Do Jay Field first.
Shout out to the squad over at Taco Bell, man. The homies. And they are hooking it up, and they're, taking it back to the past with their new decades menu. You also got the new big box of nachos with twice the protein, all kinds of good stuff going on at Taco Bell. Not to mention the Buffs box, $7 gets you, a ton of food. You get a cheesy gordita crunch, a 5-layer burrito, a Doritos Locos Taco, Cinetwists, and a drink with one of 4 CU Buffs players on the cup. Taco Bell is also a proud partner of CU Athletics and is donating $1,000 to the Golden Buffalo Scholarship Foundation for every CU touchdown scored in 2025. Go Buffs and live Mosh. Shout out Taco Bell, man.
Also, shout out to our friends over at Coors Light. And shout out to my friend Jed MacArthur, who had his first hole-in-one today. Probably tipping back a couple of Coors Lights in honor of that. So congratulations to him. If you're celebrating, you're choosing times to chill, you got to choose Coors Light. Shout out to our friends over at Coors Light. They are the best in the business when it comes to ice-cold beer. And the best part is that the beer itself lets you know when it's ready to be drank because the mountains turn blue. So if you're looking for some Coors Light tonight, go to CoorsLight.com/DNVR and get it sent straight to your door. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Squad.
Man, love all that. And you know what I love more than that?
What?
I love the guy who's going to make Taco Bell say, damn, because we got to donate money every time they score a touchdown. And Jason Phillips is going to make sure that those receivers score some touchdowns. We got wide receiver coach Jason Phillips joining us on the DNVR Pregame Show. Coach Phil,
Hey, man.
how you making it, brother?
I'm making it very well, thank you.
So talk to us about this week of preparation going into BYU.
But first, I want to get back to that hole-in-one. I mean, he's buying a lot more than Coors Lights. I can promise you that, you know, because that guy has to buy drinks after the
You have
game.
one?
I had several, yeah.
Oh, how many?
I had 3. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Three.
That's
So,
very
yeah.
impressive.
That's a lot in golf.
Yeah.
I still need my first.
Yeah, it's out there. You'll get it.
Thank you.
But, yeah, preparation this week has been great. I think the guys have a good understanding of who's coming in here. Mm-hmm. And that's been like the mantra all week from Coach Prime and the rest of the staff as far as getting these guys to understand who's coming, what type of mindset is coming in here. And those guys have taken to that. They understood that, and they practice all week that way. So I'm excited to see them play tomorrow night.
Out of these freshmen, who has stood out to you so far, and what do you like from that group?
I like both of them. I think Quentin, obviously, you've seen a lot more of him because of his duties on special teams, you know, his ability to return kicks and punts. But, you know, Cornell will get his time and is ready. He's ready for it now. And it's time for him. The same time frame we had for Draylon last year is kind of the same time frame for Cornell right now. So we're excited to see him this weekend. But, right now Q would have the edge on that because he's played a little bit more. So he's adapted to the game a little bit more because of special teams.
With Quentin, knowing that he has that kind of electricity when he gets the ball in his hands, like on a return, from an offensive perspective, how do you guys try to see how you can get him in those positions when you're on O?
Well, the biggest thing was just making sure that he adjusted to the game. I mean, I think right now, like I mentioned earlier, special teams was his way of getting in and adapting to college football. So now you'll probably see more. We'll do more things with him now that he's comfortable, because the speed of the game was different. And I talked to him several times about that. And he was like, man, coach, they fast. So he's adjusting to the speed. And I think, we'll start to do more things with him. But we're excited that he has that capability to where we can create more in our offense using it.
Coach, you talked a little bit about this earlier in the week with O, and having dealing with another injury this offseason or this season a couple weeks ago. Just how do you guys as a staff, as a wide receiver room, keep him and other guys who might be dealing with things off the field just locked in and focused on the task at hand?
Well, I think the guys in the room contribute to that, right? We recruit.
Definitely.
And I think guys have to stay locked in and because due to the injuries, they're not able to physically practice, but they can mentally practice. And I think Omarion done a good job of staying connected with that. And, again, obviously there's a lot of guys in the room. I've been playing about 8, 9, 10 guys per game. Right. Now that we're going into some serious play, we'll minimize that a little bit. But, just staying locked in when you're not in just mentally.
Is that a conversation you got to have with guys when you are kind of paring down the rotation, and how does that kind of go?
The best way to do things like that is just be real transparent.
Yeah.
We talk about it every day in our meeting room about what it takes to be out on the field consistently, and a lot of it has to do with being accountable, knowing your assignments, and then when you get your opportunity to make plays, make plays. Yeah. We have a grading system, and you got to stay high above 85% in that grading system to stay on the field. And so those guys, we talk about it every day. It's nothing that we're surprising anybody with, because I don't want to surprise myself by putting the guy out there that's not quite ready. So we talk about it a lot.
Gotcha.
Coach, when you look at how you manage that room, you're deep with talent, deep in number, relatively injury-free through fall camp in the season, but there's only one ball, right? How do you manage the players' expectation with what you're looking for to get on the field, and where do you get it from that you're just so transparent and honest with them?
Well, it goes back to my days as a player. I mean, I always appreciated coaches that was honest and upfront with me, and I think we do a good job as a staff here is making sure that we're transparent with our players as well. You want to always know where you are. That's how I felt as a player. I always wanted to know where I was. I never wanted to be blindsided by anything. And so I've taken that approach with my room. And guys last year set the example. They set the standard. And so these guys understand what that looks like. A lot of those guys that were here last year, they appreciate that. And so, that makes it easy, Neely. It's not really a difficult thing to do. Everybody understands the standard. If you understand the standard, then you know how you have to play and how you have to practice in order to get the opportunities.
And I see a lot of half empty versus half full or vice versa in your room. Here's what I mean by that. You lost arguably 80% of your production, with Wester, LeJonte going out, Travis, et cetera. But that's not empty. What it is now opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, we lost 4 guys, and the production, like I tell guys, and I think I may have said this earlier, we're not looking to replace those people. We're looking to replace that production. And when you play 8, 9, 10 guys, I don't need but 2 guys to catch 200 yards apiece. All right. And we've matched somebody's production from last year. You get 3 or 4 guys that do 250 or 300, and we've matched somebody's production. Yeah. So, it's a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys. And we're just trying to match the production, not replace the people.
So, Coach, I got to tell you, 2 weekends ago when we were in Houston, you said something to us that we've been quoting ever since. Because let me set the stage for you.
Okay.
So we're eating lunch, and one of our followers reaches out to us and is like, hey, you guys got to come to Bar 5015 tonight. We'd love to host you. And Scott's sister, who lives in Houston, looks at me and Jake and goes, you guys are going to go there? We're like, hell yeah. So then I see you later that night. And I'm like, hey, we're about to go see your guy CA over at 5015. And you looked at me and you said, that's where you're going?
I was crying about that the whole day. I ain't gonna lie.
We've been quoting that. That's where you're going?
Yeah,
but we honestly, at the time of our life.
You should have. You was in a great company, a great environment. The community obviously embraced you.
Yes, sure did.
So, I mean, it's Houston. You're going to have a great time in Houston no matter where you go. But I was a little surprised. I mean, it's like I've been to 50-15.
Yeah.
I've been in that neighborhood, and so I was like, okay, cool, interesting.
It was awesome, man. They were amazing there.
Coach, you got another J. Phil-ism that you stand on, and it talks about game and film, and it says you say that you either send it a message or an invitation.
Right.
When you look at this season so far, particularly for your unit, how much message or how much invitation have we sent?
Well, I think, the one thing we always try to express to these guys is when you practice or when you play a game, there's only two things you're putting on film. You either sending a message to your opponent and your opponents, or you sending them an invitation to come kick your, right? So, I think so far this year, we're kind of somewhere in between. I don't think we played to our abilities and to our capabilities and to our standard and to our talent level in Houston. I thought we took a step back against the University of Houston. But hopefully, we've done some things against some people. Last week against Wyoming, we've done some things. I think the biggest piece will be this week. This is the biggest challenge for us, because this is a very good opponent that we're playing, a great measuring stick. So if you want to say that, it's a great measuring stick because these guys play a certain style of football, and we have to match that level of style and that level of intensity. But the biggest thing we haven't done yet is the physicality piece. And so we've been preaching that all week. So we have to come out and play physical.
Coach Prime said the last couple of weeks that he wants to get Sincere more opportunities, more touches. Is that something that can be done, like you can kind of facilitate additional touches for guys like that, or is that something that has to kind of come within like the flow of the offense as Caden is going through his progressions?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I mean, it has to come within the flow, but it also come within what I stated earlier when you start limiting other guys' reps and opportunities. So he's on the field more. You create situations that way. I think Sincere has done a great job of developing to a guy that warrants more opportunities up to this point. I think he came in a little bit raw, to be quite honest. I thought he was a little raw. He's developed a little bit more, and he will continue to develop. And so he will continue to create opportunities for himself, as he develops.
Most definitely.
It's a guy who hit 22.3 miles per hour last week at 6'5". I mean, those two things combined together are something that's going to catch the eye of the NFL. What's the last or the next step for him to be ready for that?
I think he understands what he has to do, and like I mentioned earlier, I mean, he's just got to continue to develop. I mean, I think he had a lot of playing time at Campbell. The level of competition is obviously different. So, a guy at that size and can run that fast, he has to develop to be a total package receiver, not just a guy that can run, not just a guy that's tall, but to be able to run curls, be able to run crossing routes a bit more consistently, down the field, catching the ball down the field and turning, small plays into big plays. And he's aware of that, and he will get opportunities to do that.
Love that, Coach. Love even more you taking the time out to stop by with us live on Thee DNVR Pregame Show. I know you got some duties and responsibilities. We should have closed that blind because you can see the golf course.
Yeah,
and it might be calling you out there.
Normally this space and time right now, I'm usually hitting balls, but not today.
We appreciate
you
that,
making
Coach.
that sacrifice.
For real.
Welcome anytime, man. Hope to have you back.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Coach Jason Phillips, wide receivers, Colorado. You better believe it. I'm looking forward to the receivers this weekend, man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Every weekend.
there should be some opportunities out there.
Yeah.
When I watched the film last week of BYU versus ECU, their wide receivers got a lot of opportunities, and there were some open spaces out there for them to get into and whatnot. So I think that the as much as we want to run and we should try to get a consistent run attack going, I think the opportunities to attack this defense exist within their secondary.
And they truly haven't been tested. BYU secondary this season, at least to the level of Sincere Brown and the Millers and the JoJo Williams of the world. So.
I'm with you, Scotty. I don't knock or look down on any opponent. Everybody in your schedule you got to get ready for.
Definitely.
But as much as people are talking about us in this situation, they haven't seen us this year. So it's quite a bit of a measuring stick for them as well.
Most
Absolutely.
Speaking of sticks and measuring, you can't measure this because it hits the damn tubas up there. New mate.
How you going?
Demon.
You good?
How are ya?
What's good,
What's
bro?
going
Good to
on,
see you.
bro?
Good to
Good
see
to
you
have
too.
you.
Nice to see
I
ya.
close my eyes and I just see Mark. I hear you. You guys you sound alike.
similar.
I think y'all from the same place.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, different parts of Australia, but Australia's Australia, isn't it? Same sort of place.
I definitely can hear the difference between your accents. I would just like to say, yeah. What's the difference? What, like north, south, east, west? What's
east, west. So he's on the east coast. I'm on the west coast.
okay?
Yeah. So he's where Melbourne and Sydney is, and Brisbane, and then I'm from. It's called Perth. Is another city on the other side of Australia. So
out the mud, what we call it.
yeah.
They're very different. The east side of Australia versus the west.
Yeah, pretty different. Yeah, so Melbourne, Sydney, bigger sort of cities. Melbourne particularly is sort of not as much ocean or anything like that. Whereas the West Coast where I am, it's a lot of the beaches are probably the attractive part to it, and sunny skies and warm weather and surfing and fishing and camping. So it's a pretty good life out there.
Yeah.
How different is a place like Kansas, where you came from, to a place like Colorado?
Different. Yeah, it's I mean, there's a lot to do out here in Colorado. You got the mountains and things like that, and Kansas. I mean, it was a nice place, but it was very few things to do out there, I found. So, both really nice places. Don't get me wrong, but I think Colorado suits me a little better. Being an outdoorsy sort of person, there's plenty of hikes and things to do like that. Yeah.
I love the way you said hikes.
Hikes.
I can't even do it. There's nothing I can't do. I can't kick a ball to the 3-yard line and make it spin back either. And when you do that, Damo, like special teams is not just you. Like you got 10 other guys with you. How does it motivate you when you kick one that far and you see like a Caleb Mathis hauling ass down there and downing it at the 2? Oh,
it's awesome. I've got a really good punt team for sure. The boys, they work really hard and they make me look good. Like you said, there's been a fair few instances where it could have been a touchback, but the work Caleb Mathis does, Isaiah Hodge, Cam Hawkins has got down there.
Cam gets down there, man.
Yeah, I know. He's jumping on the ball for me. So like I said, like you said, the punting's one part to it, but the other guys around me are another important part to it as well. So I'm very lucky at the moment with the team that I've got out there.
When you're eating your Vegemite, we got Vegemite on the tables now, by the way, in Colorado.
Do we actually?
No, for real. No shit. Like, for real.
I've had it before.
Yeah, I'll never have it again. Do you ever just look in the mirror when you brush your teeth, eating your Vegemite and lunch, and go like, it's legit, I'm the best punter in the United States right now in college football? Or do you just block that kind of thing out?
Well, I block it out. I mean, I think that's a bit of a stretch saying I'm the best punter in the country.
I don't know now what the numbers say.
People are saying.
Many.
Look, many.
I'm just doing my job. And, every punt's, a different opportunity for me to do the best possible thing I can do for the team, which is, pin them back as far as I can. And, I'm just concentrating on that next punt. And, like you said, I mean, I've got a lot of guys around me that are doing their job to the highest of abilities right now that are helping me out and make me look good. So I don't want to put it all on me.
What's that V word you used?
Vegemite.
What that is?
Oh, bro, we gotta have Scotty eat Vegemite.
Yeah. What is that?
It's an Australian delicacy.
Oh, it's like a little sandwich spread thing.
Okay. A little butter, a little Vegemite.
Can I hear Damon explain this? Because I feel like I ain't getting the real right now.
Well, I mean, you put it the right way. It's an acquired taste, though.
Okay.
It's that?
Yeah.
It's salty.
Don't worry. I've given it to a few boys and they haven't liked it. The one person on the team, though, just have a guess who the one person on the team and...
Vending machine.
No, it wasn't vending machine. Why do you say that?
I was just going to guess if anybody liked it,
The one guy on the team is Marta.
Yeah.
So...
Well, he's a cultured man.
That's, exactly right.
Very
so I've got him on it and I've tried to get a few of the boys on it as well, but Marta's been the only one that's enjoyed it, so...
Hey, let me tell you this, Damo. As a minority, I love embracing culture and seeing it represented. But I also must say, ain't no damn need for Vegemite on every table. Like it ain't that much.
I know. It has spread around a fair bit. I mean, there's other Aussies within the athletics at Colorado, and let's just say I'm going to say they've had a little bit of it as well. And but Vegemite, it's made its presence there. And
I don't want to point out differences and compare and that kind of thing, but I will say, as great as Mark was, he never got Vegemite on the table.
Yeah,
there it is.
That's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about your journey to how you got into punting and obviously you ended up here at Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, mine's an interesting one. I'm one of the older guys on the team, but for me, I was playing Aussie rules back home in Australia, and I was fortunate enough. I was drafted out of high school and played 3 years professionally there, and the nature of the business at the top level is you can get cut, and I was cut, so I was in a sort of bit of a situation where I could continue and try work my way back up to the top level there, and or I had an opportunity to join an organisation called ProKick. So essentially what they do is they train you up with punting and have the connections over here with colleges, and they just sort of set up scholarships and opportunities to come over here and play D1, D2, D3, whatever level it is. There's some Aussies throughout a number of levels, I found that to be a good opportunity for me to again make professional level again, although in a different sport, and also at the same time have a pretty cool experience. So I was at Kansas there for 2 years, and now here I am. So
awesome. One of my favorite Damo moments is I'm talking to him about what you just asked. So how did all this happen? And he says to me, I'm not going to try the accent, but he says to me, like, Unc, you got to understand, when you're a little kid and you walk out and see a football, you pick it up and throw it. When we walk outside, we pick it up and kick it. Yeah. Like, all we do is kick the ball.
That's right.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah, I was
absolutely.
Like, it just opened my eyes like, shit, that's okay. I see why.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And for that reason, there's a lot of Aussies throughout college level now. So,
That's a hell of a journey. Damon, when you're out there on the field, bro, and you're doing your thing, I know you're trying to, pin the opponent inside the 5 at the 1 yard line if you can, but is there a small, teeny, weeny part of you that wants to make a tackle, wants to put pads on folks? Because you are an athlete, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have, the background to do such a thing.
Summer 1 and summer 2.
For sure. Like, is there a part of you that, like, hey, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to put pads on somebody?
Yeah, I mean, if an opportunity comes my way, absolutely, I'll do that. But in saying that, I don't want an opportunity to come my way because, I want for myself to execute the punt at a high level, and then, the punt team get down there and do their job, which, to their credit, like we've said, they've been doing a very good job of that this year. Definitely. So let's just keep it that way.
You ever watch Summer Heights High?
Summer Heights High, no.
Flight of the Conchords?
No, I haven't.
A couple of great Australian comedies.
Is there?
Check it out.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Probably going to be a little stereotypical for you.
Is it?
Yeah, it might be too on the nose, but it's also like the person is Australian, so it's not like,
There you go. All right. I'll have to give that a watch.
Yeah. That's like justifying it because it's a Tyler Perry movie when I'm watching it.
Like, there are real black people.
It can't be that
stereotypical. That's awesome, though.
All right, man.
Perfect.
Yes,
That's
sir,
it.
bro.
Appreciate you, Damon.
Thank you very much.
Hey, think of us when you're hoisting up that Heisman at the ceremony.
I just want a Big 12 championship. That's all I want.
Definitely.
Perfect.
Sir, appreciate you stopping by, bro.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
My man. Look for him to put the ball on the 3 with a little backspin.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Damon.
What do we do?
I don't know.
He just showed it to you.
Yeah, I was just like, I have no idea.
All right, let's make sure we get this last ad break. How many ad breaks do we have left?
This is the last one.
Okay, all right.
Shout outs.
We might be a shortened show today here, folks.
Are we good? Yeah. Shout outs.
That was hilarious.
To our friends over at Bet365, the place to bet on during football season because of their early moneyline payout offers. If your team goes up by 17 points or more, that's it. Cashed out, money into the account. They also have some great deals going on. Thursday night touchdown bets, Sunday SGPs, all kinds of stuff. And right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Just sign up, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10, and then place a bet of $5. Something quick and easy that clears right away. Because as soon as that happens, win or lose, you get $200 in bonus bets into your account. Those bonus bets can be used on anything: spread, totals, player props, futures, and much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
And shout out to the squad, our good friends over at the Colorado Soccer Association, which is the official hub for over 65 soccer clubs across the great state of Colorado. It offers programs for youth players, adult players, coaches, refs, and families who are trying to get involved in the great game of soccer. Kids can kick off their soccer journey as early as age 3. So whether you're playing for fun, competing at the highest level, or exploring a career in soccer, there's something for everyone over at CSA. And be a part of history, right? So with the 2026 World Cup coming to the United States and a new NWSL team, Denver Summit FC, joining Colorado, there's never been a more exciting time to play and be a part of all the soccer buzz. So if you want to get involved, visit coloradosoccer.org to find a club near you and be a part of the future of the game.
Shout out to Jason Phillips. Shout out to Damon Greaves and Brady Kopetz, Brick, for joining the show. We just got to do prime players.
Let's get to it. Anything we need to do, we got to do it now.
All right. Let's get straight to it then. Prime players for BYU. It's a big game, obviously. Colorado's, got to have a bad taste in their mouth after last year's Alamo Bowl. Who wants to go first? Offense.
I never submitted mine.
Excellent.
That's going to speed it up.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm just going to go off the cuff.
I'll go
first.
You guys
lead us off.
I'll go first because Unc has the same one as me. It's Michael Welsh season. This is the time. Tomorrow is the day. This guy only has 29 carries on the season. He doesn't even have 70 carries in his career yet. We don't realize how green this guy is and how much potential he's shown in the limited flashes that he's got. Obviously, Simeon and DeKalen are down. It's a big Micah game. I hope he gets 15-plus touches, man, because he's so hard to tackle. He can be the difference.
I'm not even going to add to it for the second time. I'm with you. Amen.
I am going with great pick, both of you. I think Mike is in for a big game. I think he's going to get fed. My pick for offensive player of the game is Omarion Miller. Back-to-back games with at least one splash play. Honestly, every game he's played this year, he's had at least one massive play. He seems to be back fully healthy now. You obviously Coach Phillips there about him now. 142 yards over his last 2 games, 9 catches over that span. I think he gets in the box and really challenges these BYU receivers. I think O is in for another big game tomorrow night.
I'm going to go with Sincere Brown, and I think it's because I think O is going to draw the number 1 corner matchup. Is it Evan Johnson?
Yep.
Evan Johnson.
Yep.
And he's really good.
He is.
But I think that the rest of the secondary from BYU is exploitable, and I think that Sincere Brown is going to get his chances. I've said all week that I think this is a Caden Salter cape game.
Yeah.
Throw the cape on and go win it for the team. But I think that his best chemistry right now is with Sincere Brown. I think that a couple of those scramble drills will end in long Sincere Brown touchdowns.
Love it. Defensive side of the ball, I picked Tawfiq Bayard. He's just been the best, most consistent player on this defense. He's back in his starting role. He's fully healthy now. You're going to need him. You're going to need him to tackle L.J. Martin. We talk about TFLs. I don't know who's leading this team right now in TFLs, but I know Tawfiq's up there. You're going to have to get TFLs to stop this running game, get to the quarterback. They're not going to really test you downfield. They might take a few deep shots, so it's all about tackling in this game. If you can tackle, you have a great chance of winning.
Yep, I love that logic behind that. That's why I moved up one level to linebacker. I'm going with French for defensive player of the game to make those tackles and get those runs stopped.
Or 20 tackles for Tawfiq over the last 2 weeks, bro.
Sheesh.
20 total tackles. That's absolutely insane. I'm going for my defensive player of the game, DJ McKinney, because I think
big game for him.
He has been put on notice a little bit by these BYU receivers. Did y'all hear what BYU receiver Parker Kingston said?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro.
He goes, their plan is to put the whole nation on notice that we can throw the ball. That's BYU receiver Parker Kingston yesterday. And he actually brought up DJ McKinney unprompted. He was like, we've seen him the last 3 years. When he was at Oklahoma State, he's a good player.
Yeah.
DJ, last time you played BYU, had a pick. I think he's going to do it again tomorrow and lock some dudes up.
Let's go.
Let's go. Give me Arden Walker. I think Arden's going to have a strip sack.
Back to back.
Look, this defense has to earn the right to rush the passer. If they do, they will be able to get to Bear Bachmeier.
Love it.
Dark horse. I'm going with Buck Buchanan.
Oh, wow.
I feel like field position is going to play a big role in this game. And also, I'm going to make a prediction. We get our first 50-plus yard attempt from Buck Buchanan in this game.
I love that.
Thank you.
Excellent job done. Job well done. I went with your offensive player. I went with O. Miller.
How you do that?
Because, I got to see it back to back. I've seen it, and I got to see it again, and this is my way of wishing it into existence.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I am going for my sleeper. I'm going with Dallin Hayden. I think Michael Welch is going to be the guy out the gate, but we know that this offense likes to use multiple backs, and Dallin got back in kind of the mix last week late in the game with a couple carries. He's obviously going to be the second guy in rotation in the running backs tomorrow night, and I think he has the chance to deliver at least one big, impactful play. So give me Dallin as my sleeper.
Love it. I was thinking of going Dallin, but I'm going to go with Draylon Miller. And
Nice pick.
I'm excited about this one because this fan base has a tendency to say you're the greatest of all time when you make a couple big plays and say you're trash and worthless when you make a couple bad plays. I think Draylon is going to swing the pendulum back towards that first one this week. That is a athletic, powerful, strong, special player that people are ready to just write off and throw to the wolves. Not me, man. I'm all in on Draylon Miller this week.
I love it.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
There
Good
you go.
stuff,
Those
y'all.
are the picks.
Yeah, and that's the show.
Look, chat, we got to get out of here. So we apologize. Go check out Know Your Enemy, though. It's on the channel right now. I know Unk's got a ton of stuff, too. Go ahead.
Positives of being at the team hotel? 3 guests.
Yes.
Negatives of being at the team hotel?
The room is needed for another purpose.
You guys got to get the hell out of there. It just happens.
Yes. So we appreciate y'all. You know where to find us tomorrow night after the game, and we'll see y'all then. Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.